there's Lysander, and there's myself, Dad. Single father. Living in a 1-bedroom flat. I'll come in and I will sleep here. I will literally sleep here, something like that. And then what happened, he tends to come round because he wants some warmth. He'll come over to me and cuddle up to me. So we all end up sleeping like that. It's just ridiculous. 9 years I've been here. 3 of us sleeping in one bed. And I'm not the only one in this position. There are families all over Bristol going through situations like what we're going through. Some worse than others. And I really can't take any more of this. This is the first time I'm at news.
How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Pettit, OBE, here with a quick one. Real talk, true season. First and foremost, guys, I need everybody to share this post. And what a story that this man has been living in a 1-bedroom apartment with him and his 2 sons. And these are the kind of times with all over the UK right now. People are suffering. People are in single bed households, studio flats, and the government are not doing enough. You mean to tell me there's properties out there right now that are people that are renting out, or people that have bought properties and it's not even being lived in? There's people that's got properties and they're using it as assets, they're using it as profits, they're using it as the off share their stocks, they're using it as the off stay so they don't have to pay tax. And you mean to tell me there's people like this suffering? And it breaks my heart, the fact that this man that's been living there for 9 years, you know, 9 years, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years. Think about what I'm saying. A man that's right now that we always sit there and say, fathers don't step up, fathers don't step up. A single father with 2 kids living in a 1-bedroom flat, and you think that's fair? If this was a woman right now, do you believe that he would have had another house right now? At least a 2-bedroom. Why is the government, why is the society right now not enabling us and saying to us, do you know what, we've got you, we support you? I want to even jump on to quickly another story of a young mother that walked into the train with a 3-year-old daughter, because she couldn't pay for her bills. She didn't know how she was going to provide. She didn't know how she was going to pay for the next monthly bill, and she took her life. And these are the kind of times where it worries me, where the government's sitting there saying, oh, we've got your back, guys, don't worry, we're going to have to crunch back a little bit and all the rest of it, but you're still getting your high paid taxes, you're still getting your cuts, you're still getting your bonuses, and there's people right now that's really living in a real living conditions. Like they said, when that old lady was living in a home and she had to turn off all the central heating and all the electricities, and she's freezing inside the house. This woman sat there and thought like, right, I don't have nothing. How bad must it have been for her to sit there and want to take her life with her 3-year-old daughter? And these are the kind of times when we don't hear about these stories. You're not saying it on the news. You want to be telling us all the time about Ukraine. You want to be telling us all the time about the tax costs and living costs and the oil and all the rest of it. You always want to boost and promote all the kind of things that we never actually see. What about the real crisis? What about the real damages that's being made behind closed doors? What about the real people that's really suffering, that people like us are helping and going around doing food banks? You've got people, loved ones, making sure that their loved ones are taken care of because the government are left them behind. And they're sitting there saying that, oh, we're going to change. We're going to change. We haven't seen nothing in the Conservative apart from scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal, and all we get is nothing. Not no apology, no accountability. We get Prime Minister after Prime Minister, Health Secretary after Health Secretary, Head of State after, just everyone's changing. But we look at this and sit there and say, what about the ones that are suffering? Please, guys, share this post. We need to get more awareness for this man that's in a 1-bedroom apartment with his 2 kids, and also a young mother that lost her life because she couldn't pay her bills. Are you struggling with your bills? If you are struggling with your bills, you can go on the government website. You can go to benefit places and make sure that they are supporting you, because there is support out there. A lot of us don't know the support that we are able to get. Guys, do not suffer alone. Make sure you reach out, speak to someone. If you can't speak to someone, reach out to your family members. There's people around. Don't suffer in silence. But what's you guys' thoughts? Comment below.